Peace, everyone. Guys, today we are talking about your blessings, your abundance, your spiritual wealth, what you've had to encounter to protect it, what they've tried to do to steal it from you, and the fact that you are coming into a portion of your spiritual wealth in this lifetime. So, this was insights that were given to me by the divine, and obviously, love the divine and the work that I do, and just to be able to bring these messages to you. So, what I've been realizing is that there's a lot of abundant people, okay? Spiritually wealthy people who have not had the proper time in the sun to shine, to claim their abundance because you've been under spiritual attack. And it's not just spiritual attack because that sounds very simple in nature, but this has been nefarious, okay? The actions that opposition, those that did not want to see you succeed, have taken to keep you in a disempowered state, to keep you small. Now, we all have our plights in life, but we also have a purpose, okay? A destiny, so to speak. And I was talking to a friend yesterday and telling this friend, right, how in this grand scheme of things, it feels like our consciousness is ever evolving, but we're making it up as we go for those that are awake, right? And in this making it up as we go, there is this aspect of a greater design, the mind of God, the all knowing mind of God. And we are individuals' expressions of the all that is all, expressing itself uniquely through us. But in this level of consciousness of self, okay, the creator is expressing itself uniquely through you and me and every other living thing. There is a purpose or a destiny that is attached to this. And the devil, opposition, has not wanted to see you fulfill your destiny, your calling. And your destiny is whatever is placed in your heart so innately that you can't run away from it, that you can't hide. It doesn't matter what avenue you go to, whatever avenue you try to gear towards career wise. It's on your heart. It doesn't leave you. It's like I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And anything that you do that is not in alignment with it just doesn't feel right. Okay. I'm speaking to a special few out there, but I know there's more than just a few of you. So, um, what opposition has tried to do has tried to keep you in a particular state where you've been of service to others, right? Where you remain small, and those that they've put in positions to be wealthy have benefited from your service, have benefited from your energy, and they've tried to attach themselves to your destinies and sneak onto pathways that they had no right and no business on because they did not earn it. And if they truly earned it, they would not be sneaking on anybody's pathway. They would earn it themselves by walking the path that the creator has destined for them as well. And we all have to clean up our mess. So, anyways, back to the fact that they've tried to steal your blessings, and let's make it very clear they cannot steal what is not theirs. So, they've tried to delay it. They tried to make you feel as though you were subservient to someone else. They made you feel as though you were not good enough. You started battling limiting beliefs. You started seeing yourself from a very limited perspective instead of exploring the consciousness, the fullness of your consciousness, and you'll never be able to explore it fully in this lifetime. And from my belief, you'll never be able to explore it fully, even in the entire lifetime or the entire span of your soul, because that is how great the all that is all is. Now, in this aspect, they tried to punish you, right? When the divine has been coming in and making, alignments where you can now align, right? I was being shown someone having essentially, let's say, kind of like raffle tickets, lottery tickets being given to them. And, somebody else would take, or you would give away their bigger piece. Now, in that bigger piece, this person is unveiling this lotto ticket, and $100, came out. And for some of y'all been like, okay, cool, congratulations, you got $100, and you get this very tiny, minuscule envelope. It probably looks like a fortune cookie, the size of like a fortune cookie message. And you open it up and you're thinking, oh, there's no way, there's nothing in here. It doesn't look like anything. It feels flat. It feels like there's nothing. And the divine does that for a reason. And you open it and you realize there's abundance there. Of course, not all of your abundance, because you're not going to receive it all in this lifetime, right? And the ancestors had told me the real party is the after party, if you know what they mean. And if you don't, well, that's gone above your head, and I can't help you there. I probably could, but I'm not getting into it. The point is, you open up this fortune cookie size, envelope message that feels flaccid and feels like there's nothing there, and you wind up getting a wad of cash. And this is how I feel the divine is going to start moving through opportunities that seem as though, why would somebody else want this opportunity? It's not going to bear fruit. There's nothing in here. But you're going to know somehow. And you may not even know, to be honest. What they were showing me, it's like, okay, you were happy for someone else. And I think that that's key. It's one thing that spirit has worked with me. It's not looking at what someone else has, not looking at the blessings of others in any type of envious way, because they got what they got and you're going to get what you get. And the fact that you can move through life without an envious spirit is honestly even blessing you even more, because you can support and uplift others in their journey wherever they're at, whether they seem to be leagues beyond you. What's yours is going to surprise you. And I love saying this because, to be honest with you, I know that this is going to be my reality as well. So, anyways, continue with what was being shown to me. And in that respect, they still try to keep you in a subservient position to others. And then they'll try to punish you. See? And they're still trying to get their little grubby hands on what belongs to you. And so they're going to try to be like, okay, well, if you're in these positions, we're not going to let you go into a comfortable spot. We're going to put you into what's called a prison. And then they're going to try to, basically have their guards or their people in place. And it's not even guards, it's more so like mobsters, right? That are going to try to scan your blessings, scan your stuff before moving up to the next level. See, but the way you guys are working and the way that this is working through divine alignment. This is through working in your, through working with your chakras, your solar plexus. This is through doing the work where now you are elevating, right, your mind. So you're doing the affirmations, you're doing the protective work, you're doing the spiritual baths to claim your power. And in this, it's going to seem like it's some kind of martial arts movie or some kind of action film where you're climbing the tower and you're holding on to a very tiny piece of material that's even that's bendable with like a finger. And their agents are going to try to do the same, but they don't have the skill set. And eventually you're going to make it into a window where now you're in this room where you have a whole bunch of people that are ready to welcome you. See, because once you make it into that room, once you make it to, the place where they can't reach, and they're going to try, and it's been a hard journey, and this is why you need to stay on your spiritual work. This is why you need to keep doing your spiritual bath. This is why you need to keep doing your frequencies. This is why you need to keep doing your affirmations, your healing work, believing in yourself, taking action that is in alignment. Okay. And it may not seem like it's in alignment, but you keep showing up with your when you're excuse me, you keep showing up for yourself, and this is where your action is going to meet these alignments. And it may seem like it's impossible what's being shown to you, but it's not. Trust the divine. And when you make it into that window, you're going to make it with the blessings, because their agents were not able to scan you. They were not able to use their mafia gang stalking energy to now take what's yours and be like, sure, we'll let you, access certain rooms and certain floors, but now you're accessing it empty handed because they've taken what was yours and now you're doubting yourself. That's not what's gonna happen. So I'm encouraging you guys through this message to keep showing up for yourself, to keep doing the work. And it may not seem like these alignments are going to take place. It might not seem as though a window of opportunity is going to present itself, but it is. See, this is where God shows up because of you showing up for yourself. It's not about where miracles just land on your lap. It's that you've been having the faith to walk in action for these alignments to take place. You've earned it. You stayed in your heart center. And I'm not saying that you've been perfect. I'm not saying that you haven't made your mistakes. We've all gone through our process. We've all gone through our mistakes. And this is a journey of ever evolving and always refining. Understand that your blessings are yours, and you've had to do some spiritual acrobats, okay? Acrobatic stuff. You have had to move like a ninja, be very stealthy, but you are going to make it to that window, and that's been assured. So thank you for listening to this message from me and the divine. If you are curious about the services that we offer, you can go to www.mamarain.org. Mama, M-A-M-A, rain like rain from the sky. Y'all, it's been a pleasure. Take care.